What's going on, Slay Babes? It's Ashley and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to get this look right here. It's quick, easy, simple, straight to the point, and most importantly, it's user-friendly. It was really important to me that I sat down and filmed a look that was user-friendly because I get really caught in the moment and I'm always filming these full glam makeup looks, but I don't even think that the average girl, me, myself, and I, we're not going out into the world with a full beat every single day. So I really wanted to film something that was a little bit more realistic. And I also use the brand new Coconut Collection by Colourpop. Y'all, incredible. I think you guys are really gonna love this collection. If you guys like me, like my videos, make sure you guys press that like button. Seriously, I'll wait. No, I'll wait. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and get into the video because I got a lot of stuff to get through. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I'm starting this video off priming my eyelids with a little bit of the P. Louise Base 2. I have been obsessed with this to prime my eyelids. Yeah, you really need to go check it out. They are being sold in Morphe stores now, which I think is really awesome because Morphe is expanding, which means this product is even more accessible than it was before. So, holla! Now that my eyelids are primed, I am going to jump into eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the brand new Going Coconuts palette by Colourpop. When I saw this, I was like, wow, that is such a beautiful palette. And I know some people get really bored with neutral tone palettes, but for me personally, I really like wearable palettes, especially for every single day. So there are really beautiful, soft brown shades within the palette. We also have the shimmer here. I also have several different products from within the collection. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is called Shredded. It's a really pretty soft brown shade. I'm just going to lightly dust that on my brow bone and a little bit in my crease. You guys, for a second, I'm like, what's going on with this mirror? Like, I can't see anything. But they have like this frosted sticker on it that made me feel blind for a second.
So you can't see at all? Huh? You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind, I can see, barely.
I'm going to take that shade called Shredded and I'm going to put it on my brow bone and just a little bit in my crease. I'm not really going to put it too far into the crease just because I don't think it's really necessary to set down this eyeshadow primer. I just want a really nice thin layer of product on my brow bone to act as my brow bone highlight. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Lovely Bunch. Really beautiful soft brown shade, and I'm going to take it on that same brush and put it in my crease as my transitional shade. Now I do want to create more of like a softer look today, so I don't want things to get too dramatic. I say that now, but wait like 10 minutes and then I have a full-blown smoky eye. Always happens to me, I swear. But I'm really going to try to go in with a very light hand and just buff and blend. As you can see, I'm focusing the majority of the product right here in the outer V instead of taking it all the way in. Okay, so now that I have that light wash of brown in the outer V, I'm gonna go in with the shade called Shell Yeah. Oh my god, I swear Colourpop literally has some of the cutest names. Oh my god, I love that. Anyways, I'm going to take it on like an M506 and I'm going to start packing it in the outer V and then I'm going to start lightly feathering it inwards. I really don't want this to get too dramatic or too crazy. So I'm going to start off with a very light hand and then I'm going to go back into that M441 and just softly diffuse it out. I also got in these really beautiful like naked lashes from Ardell and I really want to use them in today's video and just put like a little bit extra mascara on them to give it more of like that natural everyday look. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just gonna take kind of like a clean brush and then just kind of like dust it, feather it, just so that way I have a very soft blend, especially like right here in like this inner socket area. But I don't want to really apply any more pigment. So I'm just taking a cleaner brush to do this step and really just diffusing things out. I really want to use a shade called Cocoa Crush right here. Look how beautiful this shade is. But they also came out with a Super Shock Shadow Trio right here. And I'm interested in seeing like what these shades look like because I may may even use one of these on the lid. Okay, so we have this shade right here called A Little Quirky. Look at that. That is gorgeous. One thing I really love about Colourpop Super Shock shadows, especially the trios, is that you can buy them on their own, so you don't really have to go in and purchase like all three if you don't like all three. This one right here is called Deep Dive. This is a really pretty bronze, but I feel like me putting this all over my lid will literally turn this into a full glam smoky eye, and that's not really what I'm trying to do. So I am gonna stick with the more lighter shades. This one's called Peekaboo, and then again, we do have this one called A Little Quirky. I kind of like this one, and then maybe we can put this one in the very inner corner. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that shade called A Little Quirky, and I am going to apply it with my finger, just because I do feel like these apply a lot better with your finger. That is really, really beautiful. For me personally, I feel like the Going Coconuts palette could be a really, really beautiful like everyday eyeshadow palette because it is so subtle. Like the browns don't pull too orange or too warm. It's just like neutral and it's pretty. Also, let's talk about this Super Shock shadow really quick. I feel like it gives off a really beautiful kind of like wet glistening effect, which I really, really like. I'm actually kind of thinking I'm going to take a little bit of this shade called Cocoa Crush first. Ooh, I picked up a lot of that. Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm laying it over top of that Super Shock shadow. That is gorgeous. So pretty. Like,
That's me.
Yes?
I'm beautiful.
I'm gonna take a little bit more of Shell Yeah on an M514, and I'm just going to buff it into that shimmer because I want more of like a blended look and not so much of like a really intense cut crease smoky eye, which is why I didn't even go in and cut my crease today. So I think these shadows are blending beautifully. I think they look so glamorous on the eyes, especially that shade called Cocoa Crush. Like very, very smooth, very creamy, just very, very highly pigmented. I do want to take a little bit of the shade called Nutty. I'm not going to take too much of it because I don't want this to get overly dramatic. So I'm just going to flick it inwards like so, just to add a little bit of definition to the outer V. Again, I'm not going too crazy with this because I still want to keep this very soft and wearable. I do want to give that shade A Little Quirky a second chance, so I am going to take a little bit of it on my finger and I'm just gonna press it over top just to give it more of like a wet look, even though, I mean, come on, it looks extremely buttery and creamy on the lid already, but just a little something extra. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with some lashes. I know, super quick eyeshadow toot. I have these from Ardell. These are the Ardell Naked Lashes. It says it blends seamlessly with Invisiband. These are in the style 424. I'm gonna pop these on really quick. We're gonna coat some mascara through them to give it more of like a really, really beautiful and natural effect. So let's get it going.
A few inches later.
And while I wait for the lash glue to dry on this eye, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Uncensored Mascara. And I am going to coat this false lash in with my lash just because I do want to create more of like a natural effect. Like I want these to really look like my lashes. And since they are so small, I feel like we could easily like get away with it, you know? Do you see how pretty that is? Wow. Normally when I apply mascara to my falsies, I only put mascara towards like the base, but I'm actually combing the mascara through. I'm just going to push my mascara up a little bit. Like it's still kind of wet as you can see, but I really want my lashes to look lifted, so that's why I'm like pushing them up as they dry. But I am going to zoom you guys out because I do want to start working on the rest of the face. We are going to do something very, very subtle, very natural, nothing too crazy. So I know you guys are really excited about that.
A few moments later.
So since my eyes are so soft, I really want my face to be soft as well. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of sunscreen. This is by Ulta MD. I always have this listed on my Amazon store. So I have a link in my description that says Amazon store. If you guys want to shop this sunscreen, my headbands, other little tidbits that I buy on Amazon, definitely check that out. But this is really just going to protect my skin against the UVA and UVB rays. And I know some people don't really like sunscreen because they're like, it makes me look oily, but right now I'm really dry, so my skin needs all of the hydration it can get. All right, let's actually move on to face primer. Now within the coconut collection from Colourpop, they also sent over this by Fourth Way Beauty. This is the coconut face milk. It says it is a nourishing moisture booster. I would use this if I didn't have acne prone skin. Anything with coconut oil in it always makes me break out, so I am going to sadly skip over this. I'll probably put this in a giveaway for those of you who really like products similar to that, but as you can see, I do have some active breakouts right now, and I'm really not trying to go down that road and make it any worse than what it already is. So instead of using that face milk, I will be using this by Colourpop. This is a Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer, which is going to work incredible with my skin right now. Hyaluronic acid really adds moisture and hydration back into the skin. So hydrating primers are like my favorite right now. They're my go-to. And I'm really just gonna put it all over and really work it into my skin. Ugh. You guys know what I feel like I look like right now? I feel like a hostess. Like, you know, I actually used to be a hostess at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I used to have to wear all black, the black headband, the black top. I'm a hostess, not a Twinkie. I'm a hostess. Okay. Let's move on to color corrector, because you guys know I have a thing for color corrector. Even if I'm going for like more of a natural look, I really love to go in with some kind of color corrector. So I'm gonna use this one by Collab. This is our No Flaws Liquid Color Corrector in the shade Light Peach. I like to take this underneath my eyes, alongside my mouth area, also on my upper lip because your girl got a mustache, and then I'll also take it like over like my blemishes, especially if they are a little bit like blue or purple. And then I'll go in with our dark peach. Now the thing about dark peach is that if you have very fair skin, it could be very difficult to cover up. So I like to go in with just a little bit of this, because a little bit goes a very long way. I'm gonna take this brush right here, which is a Sephora Pro number 47, and I'm gonna use this to really just buff out that color corrector. I'm telling you, whoever invented color corrector, like, you are a god. Like, you saved me. You see what I mean when I say that dark peach color corrector gets a little crazy if you put too much? Like, I barely put any on. Sometimes I also like to go in with my fingers and really just kind of pat it, because if I use a brush, sometimes it's very easy to spread everywhere, even in areas where I really don't need it, like all the way over here on my cheekbone. But that's why I like to pat with my fingers, especially like on more natural skin days. Now for me personally, I do like to go in with just a little bit of translucent powder, and I like to set down my under eye area where I put that color corrector. And the reason I like to do that is because sometimes with a dark peach color corrector, when you put foundation over it, it's easy for it to slip and slide and really just like melt and mix in with the foundation, and then your foundation looks orange. Not really trying to go down that route today. So I do like to take just a little bit of powder. When I say a little bit, I mean the slightest bit of it, and then I'll look up and I'll just kind of press it over that color corrector, just so that way it really sets it down and in place, and it doesn't smudge or budge or move or anything like that. Definitely optional. I know some people always question why I do this step, and there you go. There's the tea. For foundation today, I will be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I did use this in the video where I tested out your Holy Grail drugstore makeup products, and I loved it. So hello, here we are again, testing out your faves. Well, actually, your fave has become my personal fave. I'm mixing two shades together, 455 and also 430. If you are very similar to my shade or my skin tone, let me know which shade you guys use, because I definitely need to head out to the store to pick up my perfect match. I'm just mixing the two right now, and I mean, it should work. Just gonna press it all over. To really buff and blend it out, I'm just gonna use this Juno & Co sponge, and I'm really gonna go to town and really blend it out. Ooh, I actually forgot how much I love this sponge. Now, I know I said I didn't want to get too crazy with my foundation, but you guys saw my skin before this. Like, my skin needs a little TLC. Okay, so let's actually move on to concealer now. I am going to go in with the Pretty Fresh Concealer. I have two shades, light and also medium. Again, I'm just mixing the two for now. Let me know if you guys like this concealer, if you've picked it up. What are your thoughts? I think it is a pretty like full-on coverage concealer that I really, really love. I know what you're thinking, that is hella dark, but I am gonna go in with a lighter shade to really just lighten and brighten this up. I like to mix the two because this one's just like a little too light for me. So these two together give me like my perfect shade. To set my under eyes, I'm just gonna use a little bit of that CoverGirl powder I use to set that color corrector. Now, sometimes when I go in with this powder underneath my eyes, it does look a little dry, especially considering my skin type right now. But one thing I feel like really helps it is going in with the setting spray, which we'll do here in a second. Once I have majority of that under eye area set with a concealer, I am going to go in with a face powder. I'm going to use this one by Maybelline. This is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in the shade 20. I'm going to apply it with this brush right here. This is one of the brushes that Nabella created in collaboration with e.l.f. And I'm just going to press it and go in big circular motions. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's called Lovely Bunch on a flat definer brush, and I'm just gonna start smudging this just to kind of connect everything together. While this is more of like a very soft eyeshadow look, I still feel like it calls for a little bit of shadow on the lower lash line. I always feel like the shadow on the lower lash line just kind of brings everything together, if you know what I mean. Jelly bean. I am gonna go in with more of a pencil brush and really go to town and really start smudging and smoking this out. I really love like a good lower lash line, like a smoky lower lash line. Then with that same pencil brush, I'm gonna take a little bit of this brown called Shell Yeah, and I'm just going to start really pushing it closest to that lash line just to kind of deepen it up a little bit. Now I'm gonna hit my lower lashes with a little bit of mascara. I'm just gonna use that CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara, and again, just hit this lower lash line with a little bit of mascara because I feel like it's really just gonna tie everything together. All right, mascara is on, and this look is looking very like lashy, and I really, really like it. I don't know, I'm kind of like high-key obsessed with the way my lashes look in today's video. But let's actually move on to bronzer because Colourpop does have two bronzers within this collection. Now, I think the bronzers are super cute. You guys saw me use them in a previous video. I have it listed right up here in the cards. It was a full face of first impressions, but this is what the packaging looks like. Again, two different bronzer shades. This one is called Talk to the Palm. So freaking cute the way that they name their product, I swear. And then this one is called Coconut Beach. I am going to use Coconut Beach just because I do feel like it matches my skin tone a little bit better, and it is more of a warm tone bronzer, and I want to add warmth into my skin. I have a MAC 135 brush that I'm going to apply the bronzer with, but you can also use like a Morphe M257. Could be wrong, don't hold me to it. Something very similar to that. I'll have it listed down below. But I'm just gonna run this alongside my forehead and also right here to give me a little bit of dimension. Ooh, hello cheekbones. We see you, cheekbones. Again, this one right here called Talk to the Palm. It's really pretty, but it is more cool tone, so I am going to stay away from that. I do want to put on some blush. This is a blush that Kathleen Lights created in collaboration with Colourpop in the shade So Retrograde. I'm going to take a little bit of that on a blush brush, and I say a little bit, but that was actually a lot, and I'm going to smile and just pop it onto the apples of my cheeks. So before I go any further, I do want to take a little bit of setting spray. This one is by Milani. It's the Make It Last setting spray. Just to kind of melt down all of those powders because I was looking very, very ashy, just like, you know, like, thanks. It was a situation, so I definitely had to melt it down and bring myself back to life. Let's actually move on to the lip products within this collection. Now, there are a few different lip products. I have a Lippy bundle here. It comes with a lip balm and a lip scrub. And I mean, since we're here, we might as well, ooh, this actually looks very, very chic. That actually looks very comparable to the Jouer lip balm that I love. I'll have a picture of it right here, but I'm gonna go in with the Lippy Scrub. This is called Coco Loco. It's gonna smell like coconuts. It smells so good. It is more like a paste. Do you see that? Ooh, okay. Oh wow, I know I'm gonna like this. I already know it, I can feel it. Very, very sweet. I'm wiping it off though because clearly I need to go in with a lip product other than a scrub, but probably a product you're gonna wanna put on before you actually do your powder, foundation, concealer, all of that, because as you can see, I kind of wiped a little bit of mine off, but it definitely exfoliated my lips very, very nicely. So I have no complaints there. My lips feel very, very soft, very buttery. I do want to go in with just a little bit of the Lippy Balm because I want to see how hydrating it is on the lips. It is in a squeeze out tube. Oh wow. Very moisturizing, very, very hydrating, if I do say so myself. I do want to quickly talk about the other lip product bundle in the collection. So I'm going to wipe off the excess. And this is the next bundle. This is called Jessa Tint. It is a lip crayon bundle in the shade Coconut Kiss. And these are 2 lip crayons. I have never tried the lip crayon formula from Colourpop, so I'm interested in seeing what these are all about. I kind of want to go in with this one. This one looks like it's going to give you more of like a monochromatic look, but I do not mind. Also, this one is in the shade Shaka. Final verdict on the lip product, I actually do like it. It feels moisturizing, hydrating. It's like a high shine finish. Y'all know I'm all about my glosses, and this definitely gives me like a lip gloss feel, but in a crayon form. It's definitely a product that I would put in my purse if I want something that's going to add hydration to my lips and just a sheer tint. It definitely doesn't give you the coverage of a lipstick, but it gives you a slight tint with a lip gloss finish, and I am all about that. This color right here definitely screams your lips but better, if you get me. So really, really do like these, and I actually want to go on the website and see what other shades they have to offer because this was really, really nice on the lips. I did not apply a highlighter in today's video, so I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Peekaboo. It is very, very pretty, and I'm gonna kind of use it as a highlight. Nothing too crazy because this does have a little bit of glitter in it. You see what I mean? I'm gonna go in with this brush here, and I'm just gonna hit my nose with it. Just like that. And I'm also gonna stick it like right here in the very inner corner because I mean, we're here, might as well go all out. And this right here is the final and completed look. What do y'all think? Let me know down below in the comments. I feel like one thing I really want to get across in my videos is that you don't always have to break the bank to feel and look good. And I know that's my go-to line, but for me personally, like anytime I'm using something new in my videos, don't ever feel like you actually have to go out and buy those products. While I am always reviewing new products, I want you guys to know, hey, this is what's out there. This is what's available to you. This is affordable. This is great quality. So do what you want with that information. I truly did love the Coconut collection by Colourpop. I feel like it is a really, really awesome collection, and that palette could very well be an every single day eyeshadow palette because it doesn't pull too warm. I feel like a lot of eyeshadow palettes nowadays, they're reds, they're oranges, they're too warm to the point where they're almost not wearable for day to day, but this one is incredible. I was able to create a very pretty, soft, kind of smoky eye, but not too over the top, and I know that's what a lot of you guys have been wanting to see on my channel, so I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. With that, I don't think I have much else to say except if you have any video requests, let me know down below in the comments. I definitely want to film more videos that you guys want to see. It's the holiday season. When I tell you we're gonna blink our eyes and it's gonna be the new year, we're gonna blink our eyes and it's gonna be the new year. I'm almost not ready, but again, I kind of am. I don't know. I love you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.